Welcome back to We Are City Charter FC 26 Karim with Manchester City in Season 3 and two things to start the episode with, two big bits of news. The first one is the Carabao Cup. When looking back through our footage I realised, hang on a minute, we did win in the Carabao Cup. Divine Mikasa scores a winning penalty to win 2019 on penalties. This is a glitch in the game, so apparently Everton won 19 on penalties. How they've done that I don't know, so we should be in the round 4. Instead Everton have gone through, they've gone and beat Ipswich on penalties again. They're in the quarterfinals. That should be us. So, not happy with that one at all. But the biggest bit of news to start this episode is we had a bit of an injury at the end of the last one. It was Antoine Semenyo who picked up an injury. He's out for 3 months. So, pretty much one of our best players, our key players, one of the best performers last season, is going to be out for 3 months now with a broken toe injury. That is an absolutely massive miss. And we are going to really miss Antoine Semenyo in this side. How do we, deal with that? What do we do? What do we change tactically? Well, we've got a few options, actually, which is pretty good. I quite like that idea. We can put Shirky up top, Foden on the right, Reinders comes into the team, basically, and Vinny out to the left. That is one option. We could just literally swap it around and put Semenyo on the left, or Ait Nouri on the left, or we could go with Marmoush up top, Vinny out to the left. That's the option as well. So we could go like this, but change it to that. Marmoush got Ballon d'Or kind of numbers last season, didn't he? So that would make sense. But Reinders is 90 rated. So we could easily go like that and move Foden back out to that right-hand role and put Reinders in there. And I think we'll decide pretty much what to do with that. But yeah, no Semenyo for 3 months. What a big miss that is to start the episode. So what is in store for today's episode? We're looking at things like this in the month of December. We know things come thick and fast in terms of games. And we won't be able to play every single game and finish the month of December straight away. So we're going to go with the first one. The first game is going to be against Nottingham Forest. We're going to play that one. We're then going to play Newcastle at home. Bodo Glimt to the Champions League. Now in the UEFA Champions League we haven't been doing great. A draw against Atleti, a 2-2 draw as well with Bournemouth there, but a 5-1 win against Bologna, a 5-1 against Bayern. We've been a bit shaky in the Champions League. We'll see where we stand there. Of course, we've got games against Galatasaray, Copenhagen coming up, both away from home, so they're probably more sort of higher up, aren't they, in our term. So we'll play Forest, we'll play Newcastle, we'll simulate Bodo Glimt, we'll play Sunderland away at the Stadium of Light, and we'll probably play Crystal Palace at home, because they're quite a difficult side to face. Actually, at home, they've got a good record against Manchester City at the Etihad, and leave the month of December with Liverpool and Burnley away. And of course, the January transfer window does open. It's not too far away at all, is it? That is today's schedule. And of course, in terms of the Premier League title race, we have lost one game and drawn one. That defeat to Everton, crazy defeat, a 3-1 defeat to them, puts us in second place. Title race very much on between us and Liverpool, with Arsenal still 10 points behind us in second. 2 points separates us. They've won 12, drawn none, lost one. We've won 11, drawn 1, lost 1, but our goals and defence are way better. Only 9 goals conceded, better than Liverpool. 4 goals more scored than them as well. It's pretty level, actually, between the two sides. A few tired legs in the City side means a few changes for Pep Guardiola. Of course, the enforced change of Antoine Semenyo. Against Forest, we know they're going to play defensive. We are going to try Foden on that right-hand side today with Reinders in the 10 and Vinny off the left. Marmoush is going to partner Erling Haaland up top, so it's very, very expansive, very attacking. No Diaz, who's tired. No Livermento today, who's dropped. So Ali Hilali comes in alongside Kirsanov in that back line. And it does mean that Ryan McAdoo makes it onto the bench. Well, there is the Forest manager, Ange Postecoglou. He actually comes back in, I assume, for Sean Dyche. Of course, Sean Dyche was never sacked or never actually employed in this series, in this save. They keep out at the back. Menio is still there. They've kept on hold of some big players, but they're not having the best of the season in Nottingham Forest. They're struggling to deliver, as that said, and they're down near the bottom. I'm interested in how they do line up. There is some suggestion that James McAtee, former City youth player and highly rated player under Pep Guardiola, might actually start today for Nottingham Forest. The captain by Milenkovic as we come out the City ground here today, and City need to sort of find their feet once again. We had a bit of a shaky episode last time out. We lost that game to Everton, and we were a little bit too poor for our standards. Let's keep those standards high. Let's get back to winning ways. The month of December, the games come thick and fast. Rotation will be key, and that is something we're going to use. Let's see how Ange does line up with his Forest side today. This is the Forest side, 4-2-3-1 formation from Ange Postecoglou. They go with Marc-Andre ter Stegen in goal, very good signing. Gusto, Murillo, Captain Milenkovic and Robertson are back four. Dominguez and Sangare in midfield 2, with McAtee, Gibbs, White and Hudson-Odoi supporting Calamedio up top. They have got the likes of Dan Ndoye, Igor Jesus off the bench. They've made some really good signings. Good feet into Nico. Back to Reinders, he's playing that number 10 role. Foden, Haaland, Reinders, great feet by Reinders. Back across to Omar Marmoush of Manchester City. And there you are, Marmoush in the starting 11. And Marmoush scoring. He's 6th of the season in 12 appearances. He'll always put the ball in the back of the net, Marmoush. Good little combination play by him and Reinders. Finds him. And he puts it over to Stegen. Into that top corner. It's a lovely finish from Marmoush. Makes absolutely no mistake. El Hilali's got a job to do here in this right-hand side today, I feel, against Hudson-Odoi. Sangare, El Hilali, great challenge, but Rodri gives it back. Didn't need to. Gives White. Back wide to Hudson-Odoi. Hudson-Odoi! 1-1. Rodri at mistake there. 1-1. Rodri at fault for that goal. El Hilali wins the ball. Rodri can't control it. The opposition are level. Reinders. Rodri finds a bit of space. Marmoush, Vinny. Back in behind to Marmoush here. Cross the box to Erling Haaland, who makes it 2-1. And Marmoush, goal and assist, and he starts today. Haaland gets his 13th goal in 14 appearances. Vinicius Jr. working well with Marmoush down this far side. And then Haaland waiting in the box, and Marmoush's pull back. Just taps it in. He placed it so well. 2-1 City. We're trying to isolate him on that far side. Vinny against him one-on-one. At the moment, Malagusto, nice and aggressive in the challenge, done really well. Sangare. Foden pressing Robertson on this far side. Great deception by Foden. Haaland through to Marmoush. What a ball. City in again. Omar Marmoush of Manchester City 3-1. What a player he is, Omar Marmoush. And maybe he should be in our starting 11. 7 in 12 games now. Really good play. Really good finish. Vinny on towards Reinders. Trouble for the opposition. Tajani. Wide to Foden. Reinders. On to Marmoush. Maybe rushed that past Tajani Reinders. He was marked there, Omar Marmoush. Gives White. Away from Rodri. Gives White. Kusanov. Great challenge by... Free kick. Kusanov wins the ball there. I feel like he got the ball there against Gibbs White. It's a free kick in a good place. Gibbs White hits it. Sided on him. Vardiel can't clear it. City get it away. Haaland does only as far as Gibbs White. Dominguez. Calamedu, they find here. What a goal by Calamedu. 3-2. Our defence is crumbling once again. We can't see the replay, but our defence is crumbling again. Midfield should do better. Calamedu. City open up. Kusanov. Great read. Straight back to them. It says have another go. Anderson goes and takes it off them. And gives it them back as well. Malagusto. 3-3. Oh, what a save by Gigi Donnarumma. But how many times do we give the ball straight back to the opposition? I don't understand what's going on in the midfield. Reinders. Good little take and turn. Vinny Jr. against... This man towards Milenkovic, who plays it across his own box there to stop it getting to Erling Haaland. 3-3. Absolutely rubbish, the midfield today. And Vinny Jr. there, that is absolutely embarrassing. Anderson. Oh, Anderson has been terrible in midfield today. What a challenge by Vardiel. Nico. Foden. Haaland. Shaki. There's Vinny Jr. Lifts one in. Erling Haaland with a thumping header onto the bar by Ter Stegen. Back to Haaland. This man is a monster. 4-3. Manchester City take the lead at the end. But we've turned into the side we were last season. And that's what I don't like. Last season we conceded way too many goals. And we had to score so many goals in a game to win it. We couldn't win 1-0. Haaland with a header there, but I'm not happy with that. I'm not happy with that. I mean, Haaland thumping header, great, brilliant. But I am not happy with the mistakes we make him. Just go on toward Anderson here. Back into Shirky. And through to Erling Haaland for the hat-trick. Referee! That's 5-3. Haaland gets his hat-trick, but the referee says no. Full-time a 4-3 win. But I'm not happy with that defensive performance at all. Haaland wins us the game with pure quality. So second game of the episode, we actually face off against third-placed Newcastle United. But we're back top of the table again. After Liverpool lost their second game of the season, our 4-3 win over Forest was outdone by Chelsea's Big 3-2 win over Liverpool at Anfield. That's absolutely massive for us. So back 1 point clear at the top. Our defensive record actually did better than them, which is surprising after that one. Newcastle up next. They're 10 points behind Liverpool. 11 points off us, but we know how good they are. They've been throughout this save. One of the sides competing at the top time and time again. This is how we're going to go with against Newcastle. And Donnarumma starts in goal. We go back to our strongest defence. Livramento, Diaz and Joško Vardiol. And surprisingly, alongside Rodri today, out comes Nico, out comes Rangers. The midfield's really struggled in the last one. So Nico O'Reilly comes in there. He's folding the 10, Shirky on the right, Savinho on the left. He's Vinny Jr. and Erling Haaland back up top. That is subject to change during the game. Marmoush back on the bench. I was considering starting Lacaba as well today. But our best defence has got the best records. Let's keep those boys in there. But it's winter time, so the snow is falling at the Etihad in Manchester. We face off against a Newcastle team in third place, having another good season. Come on, boys. Pep Guardiola's team talk hopefully gets us to defend better as a team. I mean, 2 goals, 3 goals conceded against Forest was not good enough, and we're a lot better than that. We should be a lot better than that. So Newcastle a test today, and in the midfield starts Nico O'Reilly. Played a lot of season at left back last year. He gets the nod ahead of Anderson, ahead of Reinders, ahead of Nico today in the central midfield alongside Rodri. Didn't have a fantastic game either against Forest, but Rodri is the main man in midfield. And with that defence behind him in Diaz, Livramento and Joško Vardiol, we're hoping for a better performance. Maybe Vinny off the left caused us problems defensively as well, not working hard to get back. Savinho should do that better. Newcastle come up against a man as well in our defence who is one of their former players in Tino Livramento. A City player now, of course a very good player for Newcastle as well. Let's see how Newcastle do line up today. This is Eddie Howe's Newcastle side. I do believe he's still in charge at Newcastle. He's been doing a fantastic job getting them consistently in the top 4. Nick Pope starts in goal. It's Ashby Hammond, Thiaw, Shah and Mario Jr. the back 4. Voltemade, Ulland and Gordon the front 3. Still the usual midfield 3. Botland, Fernand Mendy, Visser, Ramsey on the bench. Past Tonali goes Vinicius Jr. Use that pace so well here, Vinny. On to Shirky. And rolls one in towards Erling Haaland for Manchester City. 1-0 we lead. Vinicius Jr. the pre-assist. Assist for Riyad Shirky. And that's 15-15 now for Erling Haaland. Rolls it behind to him. Pope comes. He gambles, Nick Pope. The wrong sort of gamble to make. Up against Erling Haaland. That weaker right foot. Puts it at the top corner. Into the roof of the net. 1-0 Manchester City. Good finish by Erling Haaland. Good goal from City. Livramento stays with him. Dive into any challenges, Livramento. Haaland pulls it back to Joelinton. Across the box here. Donnarumma makes a save from Guimaraes. Through the middle. Voltemade. Joelinton. Elkland. What a ball through to Voltemade here. Voltemade! Big smothering save by Gigi Donnarumma into Savinho. Foden. And back onto Shirky again. He's not the quickest Shirky. He's got the quality. Onto the right hand side to Vinny Jr. Cross in. Howard with a header! Saved by Nick Pope behind for a corner. What a chance. Corner ball to be taken by Rodri. Swung in towards Erling Haaland off the bar. Absolutely crunching header. Manuel away Savinho. Good acceleration by Savinho. Vinny Jr. Onto Haaland. Back onto Vinny Jr. Trouble for Newcastle. Vinny Jr. Vinny Jr. scores. 2-0 City. And Vinny makes it a double. Great finish from Vinicius Jr. 10 goals now in 14 appearances. Now, I think when we looked at his stats last season for Real Madrid, he got 17 in all competitions. He's got 10 already for Manchester City. On to Foden. What a pass. Phil Foden here. Right to Savinho. Into the box. Vinny Jr. again with a header. He's offside, the young Brazilian. Oh, Savinho, young Brazilian, plays the cross into Vinny Jr. Back to Vinny Jr. Anderson again. Through to Ait Nouri. Near post. Ball in towards Haaland. What a ball by Ait Nouri. 3-0. Haaland makes it 3. What a ball by Ryan Ait Nouri off that left-hand side. 16 now and 15 for Erling Haaland. And credit to Ryan Ait Nouri off that left. Really, really good ball into the box. Haaland was waiting. Haaland is found. Anderson onto Ait Nouri. Makes a good run. Whips this in really low and hard. Wrong side of sharp. He actually just gets something on it, Haaland. He doesn't direct it at all. Through to Diaz. Rodri's fouled there, referee. I mean, Ruben Diaz there. Flying forward from centre-back. Oh, I didn't play it there. I didn't even pass it. Oh, Lukeba, what a block. What a block by Lukeba. Shaki. Marmouche. Shaki. Tajani Reinders. Oh, I didn't play it there either, the game. How many passes in today's game? And now Newcastle could score. They play the full-time whistle 3-0. How many passes? I didn't play it there. He still plays it there. Big 3-0 win for Manchester City against third place Newcastle. We're happy with that. Eddie outside, turned over by Pep Guardiola's team. We feel a little bit like Manchester City again now with that win. There's a lot of talk of Haaland in the press conference, but a lot of them are also about Nico O'Reilly. Came into that midfield today and I thought was absolutely outstanding. Stopped a lot of the opposition balls today. It was defensive display. One of the main reasons for a good result. Absolutely celebrate his performance. Wow, applaud that performance. Nico O'Reilly midfield looks a superstar. Big, tall, physical, technically gifted. Everything you want. Well, next was Bodo Glimt at home in the UEFA Champions League, and we went with a rotated side, massively rotated side, and come away with a 3-1 win. Goals of Ryan McAdoo, Divine Mukasa, 2 youth players, and Semenyo get City a 3-1 win and 3 points in the UEFA Champions League. So next to Manchester City is a game against Sunderland, 19th place in the Premier League, but managed somehow. They've got hold of Diego Simeone. He's not doing a great job for them down in 19th. Away from home, I think this will be a difficult game. This is how we're going to go with against Sunderland today. And a few little changes to the side. Rodri is rested today. I think he's played a lot of football. So Nico Gonzalez will partner alongside O'Reilly in that midfield too. Anderson on the bench, but I'm happy to bring him in because I thought it was great in the last one. Vinny and Haaland back up top together. And actually, Foden drops out for Rangers. But the main talking point is Ait Nouri. He starts on that left-hand side for Manchester City. Ahead of Savinho. With Semenyo out, maybe this is Ait Nouri's chance to impress. The only one sort of surprise on the bench is youngster Divine Mukasa, now 77 rated. He is included on the City bench ahead of Rodri. So wait to stadium might go Manchester City. Pep Guardiola has managed a lot of games as a manager. Actually, they can't even work out how many games he's been a Manchester City manager because it has been nearly 12 years at the club now in 2027, and he could be here still next season as well. Over 10 years at Manchester City. What an incredible achievement, and we're looking to try and win maybe another treble this year. I mean, it seems impossible, it seems improbable, it's probably unrealistic, but that is always the aim, to try and win another treble. It's like one of the most unrealistic things to happen in football, but we've done it once, and why can't we do it again? I mean, we're out with the Carabao Cup, unfairly by the way. EA eliminated us from the Carabao Cup. We've still got games to play in the Premier League, a long way to go in that, the Champions League and the FA Cup, to try and see how far we can go in those competitions as well. Let's see how Diego Simeone lines up his Sunderland side today. Down in 19th and a bad start to this Premier League season. So this is the Sunderland side. They go with a 4-3-3, which is surprising. I thought they would have gone with a 4-2-2. It is Roofs in goal, Pembele, Alderete, Siet and Chirk in the back 4, Diarra, Captain Neil and Sadiq in the midfield 3, Patrick Roberts with Mundle and Brodby up top. Valentino on towards Vinicius Jr. into Haaland here. Oh, and again, so bad in an attacking area. This time by Erling Haaland. Diaz loses header to Brodby. He's going to make the challenge. Oh, boy, does he. Ait Nouri. Reinders. Shaki. Haaland. Onto Ait Nouri. Lifts one in. Blocked away. Second chance at it. Haaland is there, and Roofs makes the save. Step overs. Roberts back inside. Vardiel blocks it. Ait Nouri in towards O'Reilly. Dealt with Reinders. Shaki. Opportunity here for City. Haaland. Shirky. What a ball through to Haaland there. He finds him. Haaland is in. Erling Haaland doesn't miss, does he? 1-0 Manchester City. Shirky finds him. Haaland finishes it. 17 in 16 appearances here. If he can start getting doubles in games, he's going to break that record to 40, isn't he, surely? Ball through by Shirky to Erling Haaland. He's through. On goal. And no one backed him to miss that. Sunderland get a corner early on here, but I'm not worried about that. Patrick Roberts is off for Sunderland early on. Cross comes in here to Brian. Brodby! Off the line by Nico. Brodby again, and Donnarumma makes a save. Need to be better, City. Need to be better. Sunderland nearly scored there early on. Oh, Livramento steps up. Not in the best way. Brodby with a chance. Diaz great defending. No! We've given it back again! Sadiqi! How many times did we get the ball back? How many times do we tackle the opposition and give it them back? Too easy that's happened now. Twice. Brodby. O'Reilly in there. Can't win it. Only one goal in this though, and that's what worries me a little bit because I don't quite trust the defence at times here. Diaz has lost Brodby not once but twice. Brian Brodby. Brodby with a chance. 1-1. There you are. I don't quite trust this defence was my words. Ruben Diaz, out-muscled by Brobby, not once but twice. O'Reilly, I think he's been fantastic. I don't know how we're taking him off. Shirky. Vinny Jr.'s in. Inside goes Vinny. Vinny Jr.! Oh! And saved by Roos. We've lost to Sunderland away from home before. Won't be the first time we've bottled it away at Sunderland. Brobby. Ball through. Oh, Diaz has lost it! What is Ruben Diaz doing? I cannot play him anymore, can I, if he's going to do that? I cannot have him in this team. That is terrible by Diaz. Vardiel, what a challenge. Nico. 2 minutes. We can go at an equaliser here. Foden. Through to Vinny Jr. Runs right into trouble again. There's Vinny Jr. He's been rubbish. Full-time Sunderland 2. Manchester City 1. And that performance is absolutely embarrassing. Key players, useless. We're going to the final game of the episode. We face off against Crystal Palace. But things are looking exciting at the top of the Premier League table. City and Liverpool with exactly the same record after how many games? 16 games. Both sides played 13, drawn 1 and lost 2. We've scored a few more and we conceded a little less. We've got a better goal difference by 6 goals, but it's very tight. Arsenal and Newcastle certainly aren't in that title race. Bournemouth, I don't hear Real side up there again. Crystal Palace in 11th, so they're doing okay. 1-6, drawn 4, lost 6. We've got to get 3 points against them at home. This title race is certainly on. We cannot perform like that again. Well, a few changes going to the final game of the episode from the previous one. Tajani Reyners drops out. Phil Foden comes in. I didn't think Reyners was particularly effective at all. Shirky back to the right. Vinny and Haaland back together up top, which I think has probably been the best play to Vinicius Jr. alongside Haaland. Ait Nouri back at that left-hand side. And Anderson comes in that midfield alongside captain Rodri. There's no Ruben Diaz. He drops to the bench. And Castello Lukeba will get a chance at central centre-back today. I could have put him at the left side, but Vardiel plays well there. Liverpool plays well on the right. Lukeba will play through the middle. No Marmouche. Come on, City. Well, we come at the Etihad today with 3 points on the line. Level on points in Liverpool after 16 games. Both teams on 40 points. Shows how tight and close and how exciting this year's title race just could be. Both sides dropping silly points. Us against 19th place under the last one. And we have to step it up today. And we have to step it up in this final game. I do not understand what that performance was, but we can't afford to do it again. And as soon as Semenyo's come out the side, an injury rocked us last year in Phil Foden. This injury this year seems to have rocked us. Of course, we lost Doku as well. That explosiveness in the attack. Vinicius Jr. is supposed to bring it. In the last game, he wasn't there. Now, Seven Naipan looks like he's going to start against his parent club today for Crystal Palace. It's exciting to see him play because I think he could be in the squad next year. Let's see how Palace do line up. Well, Palace are still in that 5-2-3-1 formation. I think Oliver Glasner may still be in charge. It's Walter Benitez in goal. Santos, Lacroix, Upamecano plays for Palace. Wow. Mateta up top, Eze and Adjuin. Naipan is in that midfield. Glasner still in charge. But what a signing that is. Upamecano at the back. Into Rodri. Foden, Anderson. Back to Foden. Space for Phil Foden. Away from the challenges, Foden. And behind to Ait Nouri. Thiago Santos, Ait Nouri, brilliant. Play back to Haaland. 1-0 City. Well played, Rian Ait Nouri. Really well played, Rian Ait Nouri there. Haaland makes it 18 and 17 now. And massive credit to Rian Ait Nouri there. This angle doesn't show it, but Foden puts it behind him. You think it's difficult. Playing ahead of Semenyo because he's out injured. Ait Nouri doesn't give up on it. He wants his place in the City side. Pulls it back to Haaland. Empty net. But Ait Nouri, absolute credit to him there. That's really good play from the left back. Side to Adjian. Livramento stays with him. Mateta. Eze! Good block by Vardiel. Donnarumma should get there, which he does. Foden. Vinny Jr. in here. In behind to Ait Nouri again. He's off again here, Ait Nouri. Into Haaland. Holds it up. Phil Foden saved by Benitez and cleared away. Foden again. Vinny. Foden. It's Ait Nouri. It's 2-0 Manchester City, and Ait Nouri has been absolutely fantastic off that left-hand side. Wow. What a performance from Ait Nouri. He's been unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable, Ait Nouri today. And I think he's the man to fill in at left wing with the absence of Semenyo. A goal and assist. He's been class. Vinny Jr. There he's Ait Nouri again. Ait Nouri back to Haaland. K with a great interception. Foden, not the pass he played. Ait Nouri still gets it down towards Vinny Jr. here. And Marc-Sons Laquadras takes it away. But Ait Nouri at the moment, everything he touches turns to goal. Ait Nouri to Anderson. Rodri. Foden at the tip of the diamond here. Ball into Vinny Jr. Vinny Jr. inside. Great feet by Vinny. On to Shirky. Ryan Shirky! 3-0 Manchester City. Really good play by Vinicius Jr. Ryan Shirky gets his third of the season. And it's great play from Vinny. Cuts inside here. Draws in Gehi. Plays Shirky, who just then place it into the far corner past Walter Benitez for 3-0 Manchester City. Vinny. Oh, he's past Naipan here. Brilliant from Vinny Jr. Causing problems for the opposition. Shirky. Over top to Vinny. Vinny Jr. Gets himself a goal for 4. Shirky with the assist and really, really good play by Vinny. 11 now in the Premier League season for Vinny Jr. The squad number that he wears. Good play by him and Haaland. Into Shirky. This little dink over top to Vinny. What a first touch. He led it past Benitez for 4. Vadil into Vinny. Holds it and turns. Marmouche. Went on to Semenyo. Control for the opposition. Semenyo pulls it back to Marmouche, who shanks his shot wide. Wow. Run for the middle of Cava. Watches it. Mateta. Wide to Adjian. Come on, keep that clean sheet. Mateta. Saved by Donnarumma. And away by El Hilali. Full-time whistle goes. We end the episode with a clean sheet. And a nice 4-0 win at home against Crystal Palace. Goals for Vinicius Jr., Erling Haaland and Ryan Shirky. Thank you very much for watching. Please like the video if you haven't already. Please do subscribe to the channel if you are new. If you want to see these videos extended and early, join the We Are City Members Club. That's a really good way to end it. And we'll see you guys next time.